What's going on, guys? My name is Carrie, and the time has finally come to put the tiny mansion for sale. But before we do, I need your help with the staging. In a perfect world, this place would have been listed about a month ago, but we did have a little bit of a hiccup getting the gas line in, and that set us back almost 4 weeks. Without gas, we didn't have any heat, and given it's the middle of winter, we wanted to wait until we did so people wouldn't be freezing their tails off while viewing this home. I met with the realtor Jordan out there yesterday, and we decided it would be best to stage this home even though the last 4 sold without any furniture, because it's the middle of winter, and in Canada that's kind of a strange time to buy or sell a house. So we want to make sure this place looks as cozy and inviting as possible. I don't want to buy new furniture, so I'm stealing it all from the office. People are just gonna have to stand and eat their lunch at the Peninsula because it's all going to the tiny mansion. So let's go have a look at what we're working with and let me know which setup you think I should use for the listing photos. Look at that. There's a thing of beauty when you're waiting for heat. As you can see, the gas line was dug in earlier this week. It's all hooked up, so we can now list the house. The problem was we moved where the location of the house was. Originally it was back there. I'll bring a pickup, but we moved it over and kind of changed the orientation. So a little confusion with the gas company, and we're 30 days late. It happens, not much you can do. Here's the space we're going to be staging. So it's a front living room kitchen in an 18 wide. And the whole point of what we're doing is just to give people an idea of what it will look and feel like when their own furniture is in here. Sometimes it's hard to visualize in an empty space. So what I'm thinking is table and chairs, maybe a love seat, an area rug, coffee table, and then 2 more chairs. And that's going to cut down on the echo that we've got in here. It just doesn't feel very inviting. It just feels empty because it is empty. So what I'm going to do is probably set it up to take advantage of the view and also show people where the TV would go, because that's a question we get quite a bit. Here's the plan. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, and then as I touch on each item, I'll bring up a rendering. So we'll go through and we'll build this living room as we go. So the first thing I'm going to put is a couch over here. I'm just kidding. That is way too high budget for this channel. You're just gonna have to visualize, and then I'm gonna go get the stuff and we'll bring it back. So what I'm thinking is love seat, chairs, area rug, table somewhere over here. But let's go back to the office. We'll steal that stuff and we'll move it around and see what looks best. I'm back at the office, so let's look around. I'll show you what we got, tell you what I'm thinking, and then we'll start moving it out there. From this area, I'm gonna take the 2 brown chairs. I'm gonna take the area rug, definitely the coffee table in the middle, and possibly that one over there. I'm gonna leave the plant, I'm gonna leave the couch, and then from over here, kitchen table's gone, bar stools will stay. Then from down here, I'm gonna take that love seat, and side tables will stay, lamps will stay. Actually, lamps might go, those might look okay. Game time decision. This is gonna be a surprise to no one but Jeeps. Terrible moving truck. Let's see what we got going on. The stuff's all here, 3 trips later in the Jeep. Here's what we got. Okay, let's get it organized. Okay, here's option 1. We've got the love seat facing the wall, so the TV would be on that wall or in that corner. And then we've got the kitchen table over here. So let's get another look. So I brought the love seat, but as you can see, there's lots of space. You could easily do a full couch in that same spot. So you've got a bit of separation from the kitchen, but still plenty of room to walk through. You got your kitchen table over in this corner, and then the living room set over here. We've got the coffee table and 2 chairs. If you went with a full-size couch, I didn't bring it because I couldn't lift it. You could easily get rid of one of these chairs, have the couch in 1 chair, TV in that corner. I think this works well. Here's option 2. We've got the love seat against the window, which really makes it a lot more wide open. Some people are gonna like that. Some people like a little bit of separation from the kitchen, but let's have a look around. This arrangement's definitely a lot more wide open. You don't have that separation between spaces like we saw in option 1. Some people are gonna like that, other people not so much. So I'm curious to see your feedback. Still have the table over in the same spot. Lots of space though. And you can see over there the love seat. With this arrangement, you still could do a full-size couch, and that would allow you to get rid of one of these chairs, maybe put in a lazy boy. So lots of space. Let's try one more variation. Here's the third option, and it's going to have to be the last option because my back is absolutely screaming. What I've done is I put the love seat facing out towards the window. That's what I originally thought I would do. And then I pulled the kitchen table off of the wall, so now you can have seats on all four sides, which is a little bit more comfortable, and there's still lots of space over there. And then we've got this chair facing where the TV will be, and that chair is just kind of facing into the living room. Separates the two spaces a little bit, and I like this option. It looks good. Of the three options, there's two that I liked and one that I didn't really care for, and this is definitely going on my like list. Again, you could do a full-size couch. Looking at this, a nice sectional couch where the love seat is wrapping around to that chair right there would be a really good option as well. So we've moved the table off the wall. Looking at this table, you could probably get something a little shorter. That's pretty long, but yeah, I like this layout quite a bit. Last option for real this time. I figured, what the heck, my back's already sore. Why not make it really sore? So what we've got is the love seat up against the wall. This isn't gonna work for anyone that really likes to watch TV because there isn't really a good spot for the TV set up like this, but I don't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. Let's have a look. I'm a bit surprised by this layout. I wasn't even gonna attempt it because I just thought it was gonna look stupid, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought. It's definitely in my top 3 of 4. One problem I see is this table is too long and the kitchen table is taking up half the living space, and that just doesn't make sense. So you'd want to get a table that was bought specifically for this space. The other problem is there's nowhere that really makes logical sense to put a TV. And that's going to be an issue for a lot of people. Unless you don't watch TV, then this might be a workable space. Not my favorite, but better than I was expecting. Any of those options are so much more inviting than an empty house, but I do need your help picking the best one. Furniture placement is not something I would say I excel at, and the photographer is booked for the end of next week. So did you like option 1, love seat opposite the end wall? Option 2, love seat on the window wall? Option 3, love seat in the middle? Or option 4, love seat on the end wall? I'm torn between 1 or 3. At first I really liked 1, then I saw 3 and I like that, but I keep flip-flopping back and forth between the two. So let me know what you think. I do always really appreciate your feedback. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.